already, I think we are good. And since I learned a secret little magic trick that everybody and their dog probably knows called running out OBS as admin. Now I can actually capture this game without slightly possibly doxing my or details about myself on my computer. I also learned how sub commands finally work. Blockhead itself finally figured that out on my Steam controller. Only problem is I still fiddled with it. It wasn't ideal. By the time I got it working, I wanted like directional swipes, left and right, and up and down to be, zoom in and focus, but I couldn't do one without activating the others. It probably needs some more fine-tuning. I'll see about that later, but as of now, I've got it all mapped to buttons, so it works. I know I've taken a little bit of a break, so my apologies for that. I just wasn't feeling the best, but, what else is new for me? So wildly unrelated, I bought chickpea chips. And man, are they fire. They're basically like Cheetos Puffs, but a little smaller than your average Cheetos Puff. Than your average Puff Cheeto. But as a trade-off, they're more full, which makes all the difference for me. They feel more dense, I like what they do with these trees. They're just like textures with a hitbox instead of a 3D model, but I think for saving time, it's pretty clever. And from a distance with this kind of filter, who's gonna notice unless they really get up close? But I think that's okay. I mean, just about what every game dev does with trees in most games, make like a million textures out of it, which is gonna sound a little, how should I say, virtue signally, but it's something I want to say. I don't know if I've already said this before, but it's about video games and expectations and standards. Oh, that was my beat. I think people expect too much out of games. Like, there's so many gamers and journalists that wanted better better graphics, and it kind of got to a point where companies are trying to meet that demand by creating the supply. But now, it's to their own detriment. But I think if we went back, gamers would be so quick to complain about graphics. The journalists do, but gamers for certain. Welcome to Quiet Pines. I'm glad they didn't name it Muted Mountain. Yeah. Put that one, chat. Anyway, I feel like gamers would kind of go and be some of the first to complain about bad graphics. Okay, haven't played this in a while. So B is interactive. Gotcha. And I feel like what people could do with is just, absolutely learning to settle for less. Yeah, sure, this isn't exactly flattering looking, but it gets the job done, and I think that's okay. I think more gamers should be okay with that, but, what do I know? There's no way I can convince anybody of that, and it's more or less an opinion, whereas anybody who says graphics are important, I'm sure they'd be able to tell me so. Like, write a whole essay on why it's important and why it should not be acceptable to go back. You know, if you know what you're doing, you could probably make a rhythm to this. Let's see, what else was I gonna say? Well, a lot of things happened. I commissioned some artists. They kind of went quiet for a while, but they got to me. I saw, this reminds me of like a live leak video I once saw of a guy who touched one of these like electric boxes, and half of his entire upper body was, like, kid you not, literally blackened and fried. It was pretty scary. And the guy was still alive after this, but you could tell he was not having a fun time. He wasn't screaming, but he looked like he was in pain. Live leak is a place. So I guess it goes without saying, but this is definitely the Silent Hill area. We have the fog, we have the snow, we have the rumbling. Boy. It's gonna be hard to find. Oh. That one's a strange looking one. One of my chips is about to fall off my plate. There's only so much I feel like talking about. I'm gonna be here a little bit. 12 pictures. I got a reference sheet from an artist I had commissioned him. A Japanese artist on Pixiv. His name is Cheap Melon Soda, so please go check him out if you like artists who can draw very endowed women, you know, very thick, curvaceous ones. The way he draws breasts, something I feel the need to mention, is that he kind of adds some realism to them. The rest of his style isn't terribly realistic, but he adds some realism into how the breasts would function, you know? So, like, they're not these big, heavy, buoyant-looking balloons. They look like sack, you know, udders or something. Which is kind of, you know, accurate to how real big boobs are. And if that's something you're into, absolutely go check him out. He doesn't draw the stretch marks, but he does draw that general shape. Impression of weight to them. So again, highly recommended. That happened here. Well, let's trace the tracks. A lot of things, apparently. If I had to guess, I think maybe they stopped here after hitting this. This one kind of slowed to something of a stop on their own, thankfully. But something happened to leave their lights on. Maybe they crashed into this one, I think. Unfortunately, we can't check inside. But yeah, I got a reference sheet from him. And this is of my current character's current design, not the new one that I'm trying to go with. So what you see now, this general design. What you're used to seeing is what the reference sheet was made for. And I know it might be a little odd to get a reference sheet for a design that is I'm more or less marking as obsolete. But in truth, I'm still attached to this design, and I think I'm always going to. This was the first design of Yu-nee that I ever thought was, like, perfected enough to be presentable. Looks like I can't go in there. Maybe I need a key, but it's not giving me the interact button. So I'm assuming that's not an option. Can't see much in there. So I kind of want to hold on to that. I do still plan on commissioning artists of that or artwork of Yu-nee's, current design, which I'm marking as version 2. The reason I'm marking it as such is because Yu-nee did have designs before that. As for ones I'd consider final and complete, she had one that I consider as such. And another one that really was like her very beta, her 0.5 design, if you will. And if you ever want to see what these look like, you can simply scroll down through my channel. Believe me, there's not a lot of streams. You won't have to scroll for long. But it's changed over the years. But this one is the one I'm really attached to. Don't want to have something to hold on to it with. I do, because like I said, I do still plan on commissioning artists for artwork of this design. And so that's basically V2, more or less future-proof, minus the face tracking. I would have liked face tracking, but not terribly important. Oh. More of that visceral wreckage. My goodness gracious. Ugh. Now, obviously, we know what this is for gameplay purposes. It's kind of goofy looking, but whatever. But, like, let's just kind of entertain the thoughts here, Let's see if we can decipher this visual storytelling. There was a wreck. As for what caused it, that is the question. I have no clue, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was those shadow people that we've been seeing. No, this is the fire hydrant. Thought I saw something there on all fours. Turns out it was just a fire hydrant. This is like those. I don't think Silent Hill was entirely completely original of it, but it reminds me of those tales of like ghost towns. Where everything, and I mean like ghost towns, I don't mean abandoned ones, I mean ones where it seems like people were there and they lived there. But if you go to one, it's as if one day they all just disappeared. Lights are still on, cars sometimes still on, but they don't move, nobody's in them. And it's as if you can look around at some things. And it's as if people were there, like food on tables and such. And yet everyone's just kind of gone for some reason. That's what it makes me think of. which I like actually. It does a lot. Just keeping lights on is pretty eerie. I'll give it some due credit on that. As for what I was saying regarding the new unit design, I'm not gonna show that on the channel, so I should probably stop talking about it. But you know, I've only got so much to talk about. I'm a boring chud. I need to dig around in my brain for just chatting topics. Oh. Oh. Man. I would have liked to have seen him leave, but oh well, I guess. Oh, the filter's really strong around here. So he's leaving these behind for us. I'm guessing it's really cold where we are, given the blue coloring, which is pretty creative. I like that. Something's nearby. What was it again? An alien? Or was it a filter roll? Let's see. Oh, how did I change filters? Your sepia, postcards, broken, burn-in, television, no filter. Let's just go with no filter. All of my fiddling around with the Steam controller did pay off. Now the shoulder buttons can be used to change the focus, and this time, instead of having to use a scroll wheel to make it faster, I just hold down the shoulder buttons, so that's pretty good. Ah. Sounds pretty foreboding. Kinda looks like he's dancing. The more I use the Steam controller, the more I come to appreciate just how... well, I don't know, flexible it is. Yeah, oh man, too far. Yeah. Only problem is, I have to remember to use my middle finger for the left trigger. Something I'm not used to because I don't play a whole lot of shooters, so I tend to forget going on. I can actually use my fingers more. All of my fingers. No, I could have used it. I could have moved that. Oops. Alright, so we found the alien and we found a shadow person. Regarding the V3 topic, which is what I'm gonna call this new design of unit, I don't know, I've been tweaking it here and there. Like, I just really wanted to look ghostly, but the more I lean into that ghost thing, the further I get away from what people like about this design, which is fair. This one was very cutesy, but it just doesn't give across the same idea as everyone thinks it's a snow spirit or something. You know, which is fine. But I guess it means I either messed up that hard on V2, or I'm trying to work beyond my skill level for V3. It's been very aggravating. It's been very aggravating. I will say this though. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I think V3 hella fine. Because I have a ghost fetish. There. Like, yeah, sure, I can use that, but I just don't like it. I can use the rangefinder thing, but just, I don't know, I don't like it. It's a bit too handholdy for my taste. And yeah, the need to go backtrack and see if I missed anything. I'm one of those gamers who doesn't really mind backtracking. I say one of those like they're actually, like they exist. I personally have not seen very many, but if there are, I'm one of them. Oh, my people. My people, where are you? One problem, though. The trackpad on the right with the Steam controller is like very bumpy. Like, I'm moving it slowly across the trackpad and it's moving like this. Very aggravating. Not too bad, but could be better. Oh, another thing I did. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but before, it's cold around this shadow person, huh? Before I had, oh wow, I threw it that far. I had a cheap, like $2 Bluetooth USB adapter. Where does this lead? That I got off eBay. Unsurprisingly, it did not work very well. It was not very good. It would drop the connection if I left the controller alone for too long. It was just very... It seemed to work fine with everything else, but the Steam controller, it did not play nice with that. It worked. It picked it up. But, you know, it only held on to it for so long. So if you went just a tad too long without using it, yeah, it would just drop the connection. Now you'd have to restart your entire game. The game, mind you, not the controller for some reason. So I thought I could do one of two things. I could buy a new USB adapter, hope it works, and if it doesn't, just return it. Maybe buy another one, or I can just go with something more permanent, put in a little more money, a little more time, and buy a new Wi-Fi chip. And I'm hoping I went with the right choice. That has Bluetooth functionality, and just connect that into my PC. That way, I would have Bluetooth functionality, and that would be just inherent to my computer, built in, all the time, available whenever I want it, instead of needing an external dongle part thingy. No, now that would be just an extra upgrade, for permanent upgrade for my computer. So I went with that, and it took some real time to connect the Steam controller with it for some reason. I don't know why. They kept, like, pushing the input for it to connect, and it just wouldn't recognize my Steam controller. I think the issue was that my Steam controller was already paired with the Bluetooth dongle, so I had to just set it to be noticed by another receiver. But even that wasn't working. I had to try it like several times, dude. It's just something the Steam controller seems to do. It's not bound terribly easily by Bluetooth things. And by Bluetooth in general, and I don't know. Very bizarre. Well, let's see if we can catch a bit of a better one. There we go. I get some sparks in there. What do we think, chat? I know I don't have anybody in chat, but if I had to guess, this ghost either caused that, or this ghost is the remain of somebody involved in this crash. Dare I say, it might have been whoever was on the bike. This is kind of a tragic thing about it. They got hit by a whole 18-wheeler. I don't know what happened here, but it was clearly visceral. Let's see. It's gonna make a good photo. It does take a little bit. I could set it to be a bit faster, but I don't feel like I need to, because focusing up to this point in the game, at least, has not taken a whole lot of time. Yeah. That one was close. What are they saying? Oh yeah, the Steam controller. It's a weird thing that the Steam controller seems to have, or at least mine is not terribly easily bound by Bluetooth. And I don't know why it's like that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But it worked. I had to set it to be found a million times, but it worked. If I did it again now, I think I could have it be found and it wouldn't be much of an issue, but maybe. I tried, and the thing is, somebody can tell me, oh, just, remove the Steam controller and just have it be found again. I did that and it didn't work. The fuck was that? Oh, and I missed that? Oh my goodness. I saw a green orb fly by, but there was that giant light. Is that a UFO? Man, I regret not looking up. It's a bit out of range. Okay, now these pictures are looking a little clearer as far as the ghosts go. Oh, jeez. Or lost his tires? Oversaturated camera filter. Let's try that. Burn in television. Ugh. I got purple vision. Oh. I'm not liking it, but let's try it. But eventually, I got the Steam controller connected. It took a lot longer than it should have, but it worked. And now it holds a connection for as long as it's on. So I made the right decision. And I'm glad for that. Somehow all of that took me a lot longer than it should have. Even installing the thing, even though I kind of knew what I was doing, but it all worked out. And it was kind of fun messing around with PC parts. I'd like to do that some more, if I ever have a need to again. But in any case, that's that. Now I finally know what it's like to have a wireless controller. Because this is actually part of the reason why this is such a big deal for me is that not only is it a Steam controller, which I really like, but it's a wireless controller. It can be wireless, and the what happened here? Some kind of earthquake or something? Okay, let's not get around to that just yet, because I think that truck is important. Something I wanted to say, my goodness. Paid so much attention to the car, you didn't even notice the house getting practically uprooted. Let's go back over to that cul-de-sac first. I want to see if there's anything I'm missing. Like I said, this is my first ever full wireless controller I've ever owned. I've always relied on wired controllers just because I think that's more reliable. Not in terms of connection, just, you know, in terms of not having to buy a battery. I hate having to rely on batteries. But eventually I kind of, like, swallowed my pride and decided to just get some rechargeable ones once I got my VR headset. And so now it's making a good set of a lot of them, so I think I'm set for a good long time and with these batteries, but if I ever need to, you know, just recharge them, and I have the little plug-in thing for that. So now I get to know what it's like to have a controller that doesn't need wires. And yeah, I can use it at any time, sure. But considering this one has gyro, that's where I really want to... Well, there's two reasons I want it to be wireless. First off, I think it'd be convenient and nice. Secondly, this one has gyro, so more than two reasons actually. When we get to the third one, the wire it came with is kind of thick, and it not only does it coil around other wires sometimes because of how it arrived in its shape, but it holds that shape rather well, you know, being so thick. Okay, I want to take a good picture of you. I'm really glad this game has a sprint button. Oh, you can barely see him. Oh. I kind of want to capture him with the truck, but can't. Wait for his eyes to turn green. Oh, that picture was awful. Never using that one again. What were my reasons? It's kind of thick and it holds its shape rather well, so and because of how it arrived, you know, like all zigzaggy, like most wires get held onto for a while. Like most wires come in packaged, it just ends up hooking around other stuff, other wires. Even if it's not around it, even if I make sure it's not, it just still kind of does. Oh, a shortcut. Yeah, this was that one earlier that I bumped into. That's convenient. Need a little reward for exploring, as well as the other secrets. I like the red light. It kind of shows that, yeah, you're probably advancing at least a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go back around the way the game wants me to. The way I assume the game wants me to. I don't remember what the other reason I was about to say was, but it just kind of feels nice overall. Not having to have this obnoxious wire grabbing onto things, not having to feel it bumping into me while I'm using my gyro, being able to just kind of set it aside anywhere I want. And normally the same place as always, but still, it's just kind of a luxury that I never knew but until now. And like, I see why people like it. And sure, no, maybe it's not as reliable, but it's why I keep the wire anyway, just in case. Me personally, I've grown to like it. I see the appeal now of wireless controllers. Over here. I'd like to change that for the focus. It doesn't take too long. Like, it's a mere second, but it's a mere few seconds. Okay, I'm not gonna say what else it looks like, but what I'll say what it looks like, the first thought in my head, that ghost looks like it's doing, but I'll say the second thought in my head, and that's that it kind of looks like it's holding up a spear. Now, in reality, I know these are just amorphous, spooky blob shapes, but, you know, still. I wonder, was this one holding a spear? What do you think? Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below as to what you think this ghost might have been doing in its final moments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more spooky content. Okay, we have this last one. We're here way too early. Oh, another spear ghost. You could probably draw these, actually. Like fish people or something. Okay, got a water tower here. I'm kind of wandering way off the beaten path that I should be. Do I want the one from the dead end? Yeah, that looks good. Nothing. It'd be nice if I knew when I'm supposed to use certain filters and when I'm not. Because the game doesn't really feel like it... feels like the game doesn't tell me. It's a big area, and I'm really leaving the best for last. Hue shift camera filter. Oh! We'll try it for one picture, but oh my goodness. I really don't like some of these filters. Is that all I want to say about the controller? Yeah, I think so. Like, sure, the battery thing always bothered me. And that was my main reason for never wanting to get into wireless controllers, but now that I decided to just bite the bullet and buy rechargeable batteries, yeah, man, I don't know what I was thinking having that boomer mindset for so long. And it doesn't really make much of a difference most of the time. But if you're like me, you have other wires around stuff. For example, I have, right now, the wire for my tablet, wire for my microphone, wire for my webcam. This thick fourth wire grabbing around stuff gets kind of obnoxious. Sometimes I might even need a... While I don't always have my webcam and microphone plugged in, sometimes I have my phone charger wire It's like snagging and grabbing around stuff, and it's just kind of obnoxious. And in an enclosed environment, that's when it does actually become not much of a problem, but you know, you notice it. So for me, it's kind of nice not having to deal with that. Bro, I ain't got no clue where I am. I'd love a map screen right now. This looks like it was a park. Okay. I gotta make sure I'm minding the landmarks. Let's see, which way did I go from there? We'll just keep going this way. You know, there is something I want to talk about. It's regarding the Cinder drama, but I guess nobody... Okay, well I can't get up there, that's unfortunate. But, you know. Oh! Oh, this filter. Oh, that's kind of nice. Hang on. I don't think anybody's gonna, like, get me banned for it or anything. Ugh. I don't think I'm gonna get banned for it for anything, because my opinion, even though my opinions are not necessarily flowery regarding the matter, I'm also too obscure for anybody to mind. But lately, I've been trying to tone down on the socially unacceptable things, which and anyone can say that's... These lights are red. Should I be worried? Oh, I keep forgetting I have that infernal filter. Doesn't look like it. I'm assuming that opens the garage. Oh. Got someone's boomer cave in here. Finally I get to eat. Man, I miss when they had like something going on, but now it's just a random static. Like, I don't know, man, these things kind of fell off. Anyway, Postcards, broken, burning. Television. Red gel, green gel. Circles, oversaturated, black and white. Film frames, blue gel, no filter. Let's use broken for now. For this one that I want to use. Gotta wait for the camera icon to become clear. Really makes me wonder what on earth happened here. Must have shook up the whole, clearly shook up the whole town. Yeah, just no filter. What was I saying? Oh, right, hey, I'm getting better at remembering topics, finally. Jeez. A few more pictures. Anyone can see it as me trying to trade in my personality, and I won't even lie to you for a second, it sure feels that way. But I've been trying to tone down on the less socially acceptable things I say. Partially because I want to play it safe, partially because I kind of want to... I don't know. Not have those parts of my personality. I guess somebody could see it as me soying out, and like, I guess. I can't really argue against that. But I don't know, man. Saying some of the things I said in the past doesn't exactly make you very likable. And even if, you know, all you're doing is just kind of not really bothering with other people, sometimes it's not enough that... Oh, FBI. I don't like those guys. It's not enough that somebody can just like be on their way. If they know you're like that, they'll be angry about you. It's just really frustrating. And like, if you're gonna be that way, I just kind of don't want to bother with you. If anyone's gonna be that way, you know, like borderline finding excuses. Oh, darn it. To hate somebody, even if it's all these opinions are practically kept to themselves, then I just don't see the point of dealing with such a person, you know? That one made a different sound. Okay, so we caught a shadow person ghost. Secrets found here, 2 out of 4. I'm not sure where the other ones were, and I don't want to keep the stream going too long. Oh, I started streaming earlier today. That's good. Nope. So, yeah, it's partially that I want to be more likable, partially that I want to not have to deal with a bunch of hassle. Oh. Ooh. I'm not gonna like this one. More saturated. Oh! This is Mario Star looking at filter. Oh, I skipped no filter while I was sneezing. Alright, I keep bringing flash. Go to easy.com. Like, up and down all the way, it's just it kind of brings only problems. And it doesn't exactly make me feel very good either. These textures are floating above the ground. Like, you can't see it too well unless you crouch. But they're floating. That's weird. Wonder why. I think these are like slightly above the ground too, but less so. I thought I heard something in there, but I guess not. Everything's as high as it can get. Can barely hear anything out of these. I guess that's that. I would try and think about what that is, but I don't know, man. It doesn't even sound like they're asking for messages. The lights are clipping through this. It doesn't even sound like they're asking for messages, like checking on their status. It sounds like they're having a conversation with someone else, but why is that one incoming? I guess because it was part of the same frequency or radio channel, whatever you call it, with walkie-talkies and such. Also, it's clipping through the lid, but I think I see why. That way it can kind of penetrate through the rest of the weather effects, which is pretty clever. I like that. Okay, so if I had to guess, I think that shadow monster might have actually caused something, but what about that big impact in the ground? Why was it all green? Okay. So this got stopped. Like, got a little smudged, but that could easily be just normal wear. Got crashed, I guess, in some way, and the shadow person just kind of retreated. I don't know why it's so nice to us. Okay, we got a green tag. What on earth was that noise? I've not heard that before. Okay, not this one. Gotta be a place where we can use this, but the question is where. All right, the exit door. I don't know, man. There's another secret. There's gotta be one. Options. Once it's green, it just kind of points us to the exit. So that's unfortunate. Also, I had a dream about this, and this kind of scares me. I mean, like, playing this game is what I mean. Listen, I've been looking for a little bit, but sadly can't stay for long. Phone battery's low. Wishing you love and best wishes, Yu-nee. I'll be watching the VOD later tonight. Alright, thank you. Yeah, no worries if you can't stick around, it's fine. Thank you for stopping by and lurking, though. That's much appreciated. And I hope everything goes well and that you can get your phone charged soon. Let's see. Chances are it's probably just another alien, but I really want to know what this secret is. And how I missed it, because I thought I scrubbed the area pretty thoroughly. I guess I didn't check backyards enough. What am I at now? Almost an hour on this one section. I think I'll just kind of skip on ahead to the end. So we got a whole game before us, you know? Bad enough I'm taking as long as I am. Still, I won't lie, that is gonna bother me. I wonder how many other garages I can check. No. Was that all I was gonna say about my current topic? I think it was, but I feel like there was something else. I'm not sure. I mean, sooner or later, I guess I do have to move on anyway. I think it was about my not-so-socially acceptable opinions. Yeah, that I'm just gonna kind of cut down on. Which unfortunately means I can't touch some of those juicier topics like Cinder. Because, you know, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. But still. Now, nobody likes being silenced, and I'm no exception, especially when I'm required to be silent. I don't exactly like being that way forever. Like, it's frustrating. I think anybody else lived through all that, and they're not going to be thrilled about it either. I like how it tells you use this as a last resort. Did you get all the pictures? Five Nights at Freddy's! Wrong neighborhood. Complete the suburb. Theater. So we're not at Freddy Fazbear's Chicken? Looks like somebody remembered Chicken Jockey exists. Chicken Jockey! Ah! Chicken Jockey! Why did I say sounds like? Looks like if you're looking at something. What on earth is wrong with me? Horror movie. Ah, my favorite. Halloween. The no, it says She Beast, but it looks like Blast. Lugosi. Bela Lugosi? Okay. Old damn movie. What's this kind of carpeting though? Like these kind of lights and these kinds of carpets are such a vibe. Oh. Yeah, that one looks like it's got horns. Looks kind of aggressive. Ugh. Oh dear. Good thing these can't fight us, cause then we don't have to fight them, cause oh boy, they would smack us. Alright, boy, did the shadow person make a mess. I didn't find nothing. Night of the Living Dead. It's an alright movie. I'd recommend it. It's interesting to see like where zombies started with this. But I think it was like more or less the first zombie movie. Concession. Man, get that $50 popcorn out my face. Popcorn. Chicken jockey. Ah! Bro, are those bloodstains? How did those get on the ceiling? Like, is that a glitch or is that intended? That's scary, dude. Like, what on earth happened here? Oh my goodness. Cracking up. That one might just be normal, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I think a movie theater would be like the worst place to be caught. A bucket of blood. Brain dye? Would be like one of the worst places to be caught by a supernatural creature. Because if you have to hole up in a theater and it catches you in there, that is your arena. Good luck running. Reusable plastic. And there's one way in and one way out. Unless you know the fire exit, you are cooked. Also, it's nice when they give these now. Popcorn, I think that says $1. Man, imagine $1 for popcorn juice. Oh. Filters suck. Okay. Shadow person sure is having his fun. He's blooping his goop everywhere. Seriously, how are these on the ceiling? Like, is this a reused texture from an earlier part in the game that also has these bloodstains, or was this thing like crawling up and around in what appears to be little ledges, which is possible for it still. There's some visual storytelling here, but like, bro is kind of quirky. I'm not even gonna lie. Probably candy boxes. Nice full candy boxes too, instead of the thin ones they give you. Let's see, Night of the Living Dead, the She-Beast, Night of the Wolf, the Screaming Skull, House of Mystery, concessions, $2 off tonight. Man. Let me see if I can. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm not sure if I want to leave that off or not. Because, like, on the one hand, that's kind of scary. On the other, I mean, we are playing a horror game, are we not? Gonna make those ghosts super hard to find, though. Yay, deliberately making the game scarier. Enjoy the movie. Frankenstein. Off to the left. What I really hate about movie theaters is that you always have like the one. Okay. Game tells me I can't go here. Wonder why. You always have the one that's like in the hall or something, or on the second floor or whatever. But they're never working, at least not in the theaters I'm ever in. It's only the one main one up at the front, and everything else just doesn't bother working. And I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. I want to know what it feels like to use the extra concession stand. It's not an issue. It's not important. My life will not change if I never know what that's like. But I want to know what it's like. And I can't go there, dang it. I really don't like that I'm missing one secret. I mean, sure, I guess it's probably just an alien anyway, but still, it's not right. Not doing it right. Okay, hang on. Turn off the light, turn on the flash. I think that was a problem. That's a pretty scary one. Oh, we have the red key. I feel so rude, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Family wait, what? These were mixed gender restrooms? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stalls. An icon for both. 2 restrooms. These were mixed gender restrooms. Yeah, I just kind of had to see what would happen. Like, I knew what would happen. The alien would run away, but still. Nothing to feel sorry about, I guess. I mean, yeah, but still. Like, he's on the toilet. I don't want anybody going, say cheese, when I'm on the toilet. The monster wax. I know it says walks, but, you know. House on Haunted Hill. I should watch old horror movies. I wonder if we get anything out of turning these lights off or on. I guess it's purely optional. Who hasn't taken a picture of... Who hasn't been taking a photo of while on the John, right? Yeah, exactly. Happens to everyone. It just kind of happens. You know, the pulse eats the brain that couldn't die. Little Shop of Horrors. Isn't that like a super duper famous movie? Wait, what do you mean full seats? The place is abandoned. Okay, there's another one down the corridor. The goon! I mean, ghoul! Let's see, I'm aligning myself right, that way it looks like it's stalking the hall. Ah, darn it. The House on Haunted Hill. See, the Screaming Skull. I don't know why it's not scrolling off to the left. Nobody reads it this way, but like, what do I read it backwards? Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of lighting for a theater is pretty high budget. Like, I don't think every theater has lighting kind of like this, but you know, not quite this much. Or maybe I'm just I've definitely never seen it around a door frame like that. But yeah, you know what, never mind, that's common theater lighting. Let's see. They're a little noir around here. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, there's an alien somewhere around here. Ah. I gotta take a right picture. I'm gonna make it look like they're watching it. Okay.
Is a motion picture that reaches its climax in shocking horror. Its impact is so terrifying that it may have an unforeseen effect. It may kill you.
If I can capture this, it's gonna be a good picture.
Its producers feel they must assure free burial services to anyone who dies of fright while seeing the screaming skull.
Reserved for you, huh? Is this gonna be like a full movie? Probably not, right? Looks like bro's getting comfy. Oh. Spooky's gonna happen. Screaming Skull. You know, we should do like a watch-along stream. I could do that if I wanted. Just have a whole watch-along stream. Ah, what if it's copyrighted? Oh, darn it. I mean, it's probably got to be public domain by now. But you never know with copyright laws. Like, somebody so much is breathing on the wrong way will get a whole corporation and go, actually, that belongs to us, sir. Bro, I deadass think this might be a whole movie. Probably safe to stream, but... But heck if I know. I think I just unsynced the audio. But it is a whole one. It might be, yeah.
Lovely, Eric.
You look disappointed for a moment.
This is not a truly lovely. Oh, look! That's the den here.
That's right.
Is that a bedroom?
Yes, it is.
Can it be ours?
It'll need some fixing first.
It's her room.
Yes. Come on, I'll share the rest of the house. It's rather forbidding now, I suppose, empty like this. But it was usually this way. Shortly after Marion and I were married, she removed all the furniture her parents had left us. This is our home.
Bless you. Thank you.
Choose everything carefully.
Yeah, no, this is a whole damn movie, dude.
Very far before she died.
I'm a little jealous. You know, let's
But
sit
now that
closer,
you're
because
here, it's going to be lovely again.
there we go.
I'll look at things on storage tomorrow.
I'm a little jealous of, like, older audiences. Because these things probably actually hit for them. Unlike newer audiences now,
Take
where
care of that too.
even some of the scariest stuff will just get them. Just,
Only twice as romantic.
you know, like, make them start beating off like Nosferatu did with white women, or get people laughing.
Carry over the threshold.
You know, things just don't hit people the same way. The standards are too high now.
I love you.
Jenny.
That guy's right there, they didn't notice?
Life had died out for me.
What's that up there?
Oh, that's where Mickey keeps his gardening thing.
Who's Mickey?
The gardener. He's kept it up the 2 years I've been away.
By himself?
That's right.
Look how much this game is on Steam.
Oh, he and Marion would spend hours on end
Yeah.
working in the garden. And up in the greenhouse back there. He loved her very much.
It
Sometimes
is
I used to wonder who she was. My wife or Mickey's nursemaid.
$10.
You know, I don't think he quite believes she's gone. I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings and scold her for neglecting the garden.
Like, I don't know, man. For $10 you get a game and a free movie and a horror movie to go with it. Sure, it's dirt old, but like,
I think of loved ones. Really love.
I don't know, it's a good
To
deal.
learn how to love always.
Subtitles would be nice, though.
Give again to me. I wish there was some way to thank her. Who's that?
I don't know. They're driving around the back. Come on, come on.
Let's see if they start to get to the spooky, or they start whipping out the story.
Will you stop by to make
They start
sure
giving you
you're
exposition. Okay, it's exposition.
Oh, Eric, this is a wonderful
It's
surprise.
been a long time.
It has.
Reverend, good to see you, Eric. Jenny, this is Mrs. Snow.
I'm very happy to meet you. Jenny, this is a lovely surprise.
And the Reverend Mr. Snow. Hello, my dear.
Oh, she's sweet, Eric.
I know. I happen to be going into town. I ran.
Well, I'm about to
He told me you were getting
leave
back.
this theater and play the rest of the game.
Drop by and bring you something for your dinner.
But unless you want to keep watching Sin,
Save you all about it shop.
speak now or forever keep your peace.
Then why don't you stay for dinner? Oh, no, not tonight.
No, we wouldn't think of that.
Or
Oh, no, please say yes.
keep your peace until
It would be like
you
old times.
ask me for a watch-along stream.
that I do the cooking. You don't have to. You know, I know that, but I'd love to.
Well, there's Mickey. Excuse me, honey. Mickey!
Ah, poor Mickey. He keeps this place up like a shrine.
Eric told me how he loved Marion.
Mickey's father was a gardener here when Marion's mother was alive. Mickey and Marion grew up
Definitely a whole
together.
movie, but probably best to move on. Exactly.
Jenny,
I agree.
this is Mickey.
How do you do, Mickey? I hope we'll be good friends.
Well, Mickey? Well, shall we all go
It looks like
inside?
there's something about him, but it's hard to explain. I bet they're talking about him, but he's still the same. That's it. That was cool. Like, man, that was actually a whole movie. The Shibi. If we unlock this, we might get a second movie. $10? A game and 2 movies? That's a steal. Bucket of blood. Full seats. Burn. Let's say. Now seating. Now seating. Okay, so we might get full movies we can watch. That's cool. Like, I don't know, man. AAA's don't do this for you. Alrighty. Ooh, looks like it's coming out of the ground. Okay. So we can turn the lights back on. I love when they do that kind of stuff in a game. Makes it feel more real to the experience. Yeah, exactly. Makes it feel like you can just kind of stop in here and do whatever you want. It's cool. Alrighty. Oh wait, I do have the videotape. Let's watch a second movie, and after that we'll watch a third one. This one's gonna suck. Not trying to be a negative Nancy, but like, lately these are just static. It just kind of bothers me. Kind of cool when it was showing you something. Now it's just... There's so much jargon in there. I'm almost surprised I didn't see a fingers. Or a Mama Luigi. Ah, boy. Okay, which one's full seats? House on Haunted Hill. Don't go to the hill, they say it's haunted. That's why it's called Haunted Hill. Oh, that old coot. Homeless coot doesn't know what he's talking about. Horror. Okay, have we been here? Yes, we have. House of Mystery. I wonder, is this how movie theaters looked like back in the 60s? Because these are all playing like really old movies. What kind of vibe were they going for? Looks like 70s theaters? But maybe this is just that thing. Night of the Living Dead. Ooh! Ooh! Oh! I've watched this one! Oh, we got the green key now. Any ghosts? Any ghosts? Any ghosts? Any ghosts? Hang on. For the movie, employees only. I'm gonna take a picture of the ghost while the movie's playing. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna capture this one. An Image 10 production. There's 3 movies we got to watch. So, cool movie. I'm gonna burn my food.
The extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
I can barely hear a thing.
You got one of one Sunday on a scene like this. You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
You can't make a trip like this.
Oh, so that you can. Any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Now, we're not gonna watch the full thing, but really cool. Now we get 2 movies we're gonna watch. No, 3. Including that other one. It's currently locked off to us. We need the green key. Where do we go for the green? Now that we have it. It'll be a little more open to us than this. Creamy skull. Chibi. Okay. Nice of the light to show us that. Oh. Danger. Like this place was under construction? Okay, so we're not welcome in there. Unfortunately, we have to get through it anyway. Let's get jump scared. Stained camera filter. Wait. I'll keep this one up for a little bit. All right. So, we can't watch this one. We're definitely not supposed to be here. Very strange properties this monster has. Oh! Oh my goodness. That's why there's bug noises. Ugh. You know what really scares me is the shadow bugs on the wall. Because it makes it look like there's bigger ones. So alright, let's wait for his eyes to close. Okay, so that's why that one is sealed off from us. See if we can close that just so the bugs don't get out. And we can't. Alrighty, well, that's 9 pictures taken. My goodness, that was uncomfortable. Ugh. I don't know what was going on with that one. Either it was under construction or deconstruction, or it was just abandoned, I guess. Can we open this one? It doesn't look like it. A comic book filter. We'll try it. Now seating Moon of the Wolf. Let's try this one first. I'm missing something. There's 3 more pictures, and I'm running out of areas. Film collector, Sturgis theater projector. We get okay. We get all these movies.
What can you tell me then? Right now? Only that it's not considered good medical practice to perform autopsies in the middle of swamps.
I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, because
Scratching rusted.
I can barely understand what they're saying.
Want the remains moved to the hospital as soon as you can arrange.
But it is cool that you can have like a movie watch along.
Accomplished by the neighborhood cause.
I think I should do that. That would be kind of unique, having like a watch along stream with something, you know, that a game shows you. All right. Secrets found here. Well, we got all 3, so that's good. Have we been in here? I think, yes, we have. Okay. So now we have the blue key we need to look for. Now playing House of Mystery. For intermission. That one's pretty scary. You know, that reminds me of these ghosts and in the Harry Potter games. I'm not talking about Dementors. I mean, there was like literal ghosts. They would be in the restricted section of the library.
Your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go. Show starts in 7 minutes.
7 minutes? Yeah, oh, but you can get that part audible and clear. I'm not even gonna lie for a second. I actually really wanna... I don't know, I don't want to wait a whole 7 minutes.
It's refreshment time, folks.
But it's amazing what Soda Raptor was able to do with like copyright-free material. And where's my key? What was I saying? Right, I forgot. Ah, I forgot. Wuthering Waves. I don't remember. I didn't play very nice with OBS, but I will say this. That's literally a straight upgrade from Genshin Impact in like, man, almost every single possible way. I dropped a crumb on the floor. Okay. I think it's fun. I think I got it. I'm down to 3% battery. Much love, Yu-nee. I'm surprised you didn't leave sooner. Go charge your phone. Thank you for coming along to the stream. Love you, bye. You're asking me. But, like, for real. Charge your dang phone. Oh, hang on. Yes, me, sleep well. Oh, now I remember. They would have these, ghosts that would chase after you in the restricted section of the library. You kidding me? I'm staying till 0. What are you doing? Charge your phone! Or at least... What? How are you charged? I'm guessing you don't have access to one right now. What are you doing? Are you, like, watching me? Putting me on in the background while I'm driving? While you're driving and, like... typing at every stoplight or something? The theater was fun. School. Something Blue Archive. Well, I end up in here. I had work, but it's slow on Sundays. Ah, I see. Retail? Yeah, there was these libraries, and they were, like, really skinny, really thin, like, almost bone white. Hair just floating around in every direction, really frazzled. Scary looking faces. Like, really wide open mouths, sharp teeth. They'd have these high-pitched to shrill screams, and when they... and no lower body, just floating rags. And they could rush you. They'd just, like, start waving their arms forward, which, I guess, looking back at it, is kind of silly, but as a kid, it scared me out of my wits. My goodness, it was all... it was... ugh. It's funny that it scared me so much now, and yet now I have a ghost fetish. So. Not that I have a fetish for those. I mean, like, sexy ghosts, not any ghost, not those. Oh, no. Restaurant Greek. Ooh, Greek restaurant. Oh, I should go to it. Greek food is good. Oh, that I haven't had it in so long, but you know that like white cream they put on their food. Ooh, that one is so good. I should try that again. I won't lie, sometimes this game's jank shows. I had Gyro, or Gyro recently, and it was good. I liked Gyro. But the thing is, I took it with me, while planning to eat it later. Kind of school bathroom is this? Ain't no school I've ever been in that's they kind of budget to have this many stalls in one bathroom. But yeah, it was really good. I took it with me and planning to eat it later. And I put it in the... by the time I got home, it was cold. So I had to microwave it. But then I ruined it because I put it in the microwave, so that sucked. But I'm hoping I can have Gyro again someday, because it was... ooh, it was so good. Ooh. Like, the best times I've had gyros, oh, it's such a soft, squishy, tender meat. I love it. Tzatziki sauce. Am I pronouncing it right? Is that tzatziki sauce? Is that tzatziki? Tzatziki? Something like that? But yeah, tzatziki sauce is, oh, it's so good. Sorry. Yes. Okay, cool. Nah, be you fought. Open up them smilers. What filter should we use, actually? Pooping! Like, add those extra impact lines. I'd say if you have any filters you want me to use, let me know. But I'm not sure if you'll be able to let me know in time. Because you're on like 33% right now. Like, plug your phone in. Did you leave your charger at home? I want to run through the halls of my high school. I want to scream at the top of my lungs. I just found out there's no such a thing as a real world. Just a anime, honey. Which way first? Oops. We have that pipe leading through. Let's go the opposite way and see what we can find. That's from 4-7. You know, this has me thinking about my high school years. I won't lie. Okay, now that one actually looks kind of decent. I won't lie. I kind of miss them and I wish I spent them better. But if I had the chance to repeat it, I'd probably do it the same way. I did everything I was told, you know. Do my best to work. Get good grades. All that. Bro, could you imagine getting sent to detention in a room like this? That would be straight inhumane. I'm not talking class, I'm not talking class. I really hated that kid, jeez. Okay, so I can move through there. Man, you can make it so dark. Right, if I had the chance to do it all over differently, I'd probably make the same mistakes. I did what I was told. Homework, schoolwork, studied, that sort of thing. I wouldn't say I was a great kid, but, you know, I did as I was expected to. But I never went out of my way to make friends. Yeah, something that I'm sure anybody could tell just listening to my voice. I wasn't exactly a happy kid. And even now, if I'm ever away from my computer or my phone or not thinking about random brain rot stuff, I'm usually pretty unhappy. That was pretty consistent in school, and that part of me never changed. Frankly, I almost don't think I had much of a reason for it to change. It just, that's how I was. But the reason I bring this up is because I do feel some regret. The way it is for me is, I would do it all the same way again, if I could. But I would like to be able, RS High School, I guess Raptor Soda High School, I would like to do it differently. I would like to be the kind of person who would do it differently. And that's where my regret comes from. No, I regret the fact that I would do it all the same way. If I did it 100 times over, I would probably do it the same way over and over again. But I want to be the kind of person who would do things differently if given the chance. But it's just, even when I decide to make changes in the now, I don't do them. It just never feels right. It feels like an uphill battle. I'm pushing against who and what I really am. And trying to do things I just can't stand doing. So why did I bring this up now? Because like I said, okay, now we have our real liminal space photos. I guess high school just kind of, not really high school, just school in general has me thinking of that. Administrator room. I don't know. That's how school makes me feel in general. I know I wasted it, I know I should do it differently, but I just hated being in there so much. That all I ever wanted was to just get out. This isn't even me giving the full details. Oh, there's more. But those are things I'd rather keep to myself. Those are things that are more for a therapist, if I ever got one. Which I won't. There was a time, most times I've had therapists didn't go so well, for reasons I don't want to get into. I don't think I'm ever going to get one again. I've been advised to, but I just would rather not. I know I'm going off on tangents, but I explained my reasoning, I think like twice now, and I don't know. I knew this part of this was going to show up at some point in the stream. No, at some point in the playthrough. Where something wakes up memories in me. In this, liminal space game, and I'd realize how many not so good ones I have. Better it's gotten over with now, and in a way I'm kind of glad, because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh, it's just content. Like, no. Man, are these ghosts very strange shaped. Oh! That's a creative hiding spot. I wonder how many of them were hiding above me. 2 out of 3 already. Very nice. But yeah, I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh, it's just content, but... You know... It's something I knew was gonna wake up, and something I feel is kind of fitting. Is fitting for this sort of game. You know? Nostalgia, memories, regrets, sort of thing. Darn it. I got the flash and that made all the difference. Ugh. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Oh, that scared me. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I do wonder, like, what's the deal with these ghosts in here? How did they get stuck in a school? Edge's camera filter. Ugh. Man, it's like some of them are just downright painful to look at. What the heck happened here? This shadow guy does some funky things, man, I swear. Okay, well, we still don't have all the keys yet, but this is our quick way to the exit. Let's see if we can take down these barricades. No? Okay. But yeah, the reason I bring that up is just because... No. School is my, like, memory thing. Nostalgic, I guess. I kind of miss that time in my life where I was less stressed. I think we all do. That's not an uncommon opinion to any extent. But... I sometimes wonder to myself how much was there to really miss. I wonder how these ghosts ended up here anyway, and why they're in these specific areas. Oh my gosh, what a terrible filter. I'm not using that one again. I wonder what regrets these ghosts have, if any. Fisheye camera filter. Oh. Let's try it. I wonder if that, if those are remains that would eventually become the ghost. Oh. Okay, change the focus. And go back to
filter. I swear, some of these filters are fun to play around with, but my goodness, are they? Ugh. That ghost will never be ballin'. Click. Oh. Don't play around in the underground. 047 040. Hmm. Seven, 2, 3. Type that in chat. Hmm. Okay, so we have a code. The first time we've had one of those. I'm gonna have to remember that. That's why I typed it in the chat. Surely it's for this area, not some other section in the game, I hope. Let's see, now where to go? Somewhere with a yellow key. This is probably going to be my last area of the game, by the way. I don't want to be playing games for too long. Well, I guess on a more lighthearted note, regarding Wuthering Waves first, it really feels like it's an upgrade from Genshin in every single way possible. It'd be nice if I could open these doors. And, man. Maybe it leads underground. I don't have the videotape. I think this might be the most somber sounding song in the game so far. It's better than Genshin because it feels faster in every way. Like, you can run without running out your stamina. You can wall run. And yeah, it does take up your stamina pretty fast, but you can kind of keep the pace up. Supposedly you can do like parkour, you can air dodge, which is kind of cool. Everything else still takes up your stamina, you know, like rock climbing, gliding, dodging. But the game does seem to acknowledge the dodge as a dodge and not something that you can maybe use for sort of halfway dodging. No, like it's literally functions as the sprint button also is functionally a dodge button at first. There's a parry mechanic. The only thing that doesn't run out your stamina that Genshin does is sprinting, which is very convenient. Like that alone, that one little change makes all the difference for me. And yeah, I should have gone this way. That was my B. Oh, duh. Heck, bars? There's a lot of female characters, more than the male characters from what I've heard. Which some don't like. It gets Genshin fans pretty mad. But, you know, they're Genshin fans. When are they ever not mad? But like they know who's playing this game, but they do have a female character option. There's male and female rover, which I really appreciate. It doesn't seem like they have, like the developers have. Oh, shoot! Oh, that scared me. Does he drop from the ceiling and then go on his way? Ooh, that scared me. What's up with these bars anyway? It's for the cafeteria? I mean, it must be, but why is there bars there? Need a red lock. What was the red lock? It feels like they don't try to say one rover is more canon than the other, at least not from what I've heard, which is also nice for me personally, because yeah, it shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but it does. When you don't tell your players what they're doing doesn't matter. But then they're gonna feel discouraged, or at least I would think so, but plenty of people play Genshin anyway. What do I know? But I'm sure I have a knack for taking the long way. Where's that lock? A map screen would be insanely helpful. I'm not very far into Wuthering Waves, but it seems pretty nice so far. Like, heck, I think even the developers have actively stated, at least according to a tutorial video I watched once, the developers all know people are using mods. They know full well. They just don't mind. Which I think means they're basically just 100% real ones. Also, let me follow this pipe, see where that takes me. No? No, we went in here. Open this? No? Okay. Let's follow my compass. Let's see where that takes me. Well, now I'm going places I've already gone. But let's try it anyway. Restrooms, where I came in. Can't go through there. As for combat, right, the combat. It has a parry mechanic, it has like dodges you can do. It kind of feels like if Genshin had something close-ish to Zenless Zone Zero combat, that's what Wuthering Waves is. And I know Zenless Zone Zero came after, Wuthering Waves came first, but, you know, that's how I would compare it. That's how I would describe it. Okay, so it's getting further off that way. Okay. I'm really glad this game has a sprint button. Oh, duh, there it is. Huh. We have a blue key. Is this like an archives room? Academic strategies. After every class, read. I can barely read some of this stuff. It's just too pixelated. This was a classroom. Classroom 1113. Oh boy. Where's the videotape room? I'm gonna scan the whole school looking for this again. I really have a knack for stretching this out longer than it needs to be, but I think I passed it already. Not entirely sure. Gymnasium. Cafeteria. Admin room. Classroom 4 dash. There he is. Just gonna leave him be. Well, eventually. Why do you go there, though? That's strange. I already came back from there. I don't need to go check that place. The videotape room should be somewhere around here-ish. Here it is. This would be like if you're a really awful student. Yeah, I actually hopped on Twitter real quick. not be, but, you know. Still. I don't know if she can blame you. So I picked up the blue lock. And the blue pin. And the blue key. Strange though, I don't think I've ever seen a blue lock at any point in the game. Inner closet. Where is that blue lock? Right, Wuthering Ways. I think that's it. I mean, I haven't gotten much into the story, but it seems like it's kind of... I think I'm gonna have fun with it. The only thing that needed to make it, like, really perfect for me was if there's no voice actor drama. And then the game's just, like, so much of an upgrade over Genshin that it's gonna be, like, genuinely sad. I genuinely think Genshin Impact is one of those games that finds itself in a very, very, very lucky situation. Kind of like Pokemon, where you can find... Really, that's the... That one's blue. I didn't pay attention enough, but... I don't know, man, that one looked... That lock looked purple. Before I go into what may or may not be the end of the game, or the same area we returned from, this might be one more thing. Alright. It finds itself in one of those situations where it has the right fan base at the right time. Does all the right things at the right time. To have the right fan base that will just eat up anything it does, kind of, without it actually having to try. And I think kind of like Pokemon, where Pokemon can just do whatever and maybe, like, put out a half-baked game every so often. So long as they put out some quality to kind of bait their fans back in. Parkour. Oh, we can shoot hoops here. Oh, I'm not gonna bother with that too much, but I'm pretty confident there's an achievement for it. And I know it's funny I should say that about Genshin, considering the fan base. Because they're never happy with anything. Anything Genshin does, I swear. But I mean, like, they're still there, you know? No matter how many boycotts they go through, they're... Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time with that too much. No matter how many boycotts they get hit with, fans just kind of keep slurping up the game. And I think MiHoYo doesn't really realize that. They don't take as much advantage of that as they should. Yeah, I've not seen a code lock anywhere. I don't think they take as much advantage of that as they should, unfortunately. Because the game could be amazing, and I think they have tried to, but just, you know, they're only so willing, you know. But Wuthering Waves looks like they genuinely try, but I heard that they just have to look like they try. They don't have to try as hard as their competition because their competition barely tries. Class graduation, complete the school. And so far, Wuthering Waves is just like forest. It utterly mogs Genshin so hard that within the first few minutes that it's like genuinely kind of sad. Like, wow. Oh, yo, come on. Unrelated, but I'm glad Wuthering came to Steam, because it means I can play it on my Steam controller with no issue, whereas getting it to work with Genshin was a little more of a hassle than it should have been. That said, we've streamed for almost 2.5 hours, so I think that's a good time to call it for now. So, game, main menu. Well, never mind, because this menu screen music is gonna drown me out. But that's it for tonight. I hope you all had fun today. To everybody who came along, Sin, and well, that's it really. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Thank you so much for coming along today. And I hope work got better, or was at least less of a drag for you. Anybody else watching the VOD, thank you as well. And from Big Sister, have a good night. I guess to me. Next. Oh, right. I'm not going to be streaming next weekend. I don't know about the weekend after that either. So I'm gonna have to try and maybe force myself to stream on weekdays. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna be at home next weekend. I don't know about the weekend after that, but yeah, that's what's going on there. So figure I might as well just say that now. But anyway, thank you all so much for coming along to tonight's stream, and without further ado, from Big Sister, have a good night. Yes, me.